Hello friends, tonight we're going to take a quick look at the Brian Tighe and Friends Twist Tie OTF. This is not a review. I've got this knife on loan and I don't want to scuff it up, so I haven't carried it or abused it as I normally would with a knife that I'm reviewing. Besides, this thing is a looker and I've had a great time simply holding it. These knives recently hit the market and folks seem to like them a lot. This version is the small with a blade length of about 2.75 inches. The handle is 4 inches long. With the blade deployed, the overall length is 6.75 inches. Look at that thing. The handle is aluminum, while the blade on this particular model is S35VN. Great steel. This knife weighs a scant 1.8 ounces. Seriously, 1.8. It is so tiny. I love it. The pocket clip is very unique. It's spring steel, but it has this ball pressed into it. The clip is raised off the body of the knife, and that combined with the ball lets the knife stay put regardless of how thick the fabric of your pants might be. The clip is super cool, but so is this glass breaker. I hope you can see that. It looks like it's made of the same material as the pocket clip, probably ceramic based on what I've read online. You can see that Tighe is using his custom hardware. The switch has the same cross pattern, and it appears to be made of carbon fiber. I'm sure that contributes to the lightweight of this knife. Look at how slim this thing is. Yeah, very svelte. The small twist tie is available in 3 blade shapes: clip point, tanto, and double edge, with a few different handle colors, I think. This is the clip point, of course. Yeah, I know. What about the insanely cool milling on the handle? Yeah, it's as cool as it looks on your screen. It's probably even more slick in person, actually. The patterning is incredible. It's a work of art, and it actually works too. Feels really good in the hand. This knife is not going to slide around, but as functional as these touches are, this knife aims to be an aesthetic dream, a kind of a feast for the eyes and hands, if you'll allow me to get excessively poetic. And it really is. Look at the contrasting finishes on the blade. That is super cool. And also, the blade has this hollow grind. Oh, it's beautiful. Fantastic. This knife is a joy to behold. And now, a shameless plug. If you enjoy my videos, please support me on Patreon. We're building an awesome community over there. I post cool pictures just for my patrons, and I interact with them almost every day. We're having an awesome time. Thank you for watching, and back to the show. How does the small twist tie feel and perform? The grip is very, very comfortable. Generally, I prefer larger knives. I carry a Microtech Cypher most of the time, so I figured I would review this thing, but I wouldn't have much interest in the knife outside of the sort of academic curiosity that comes with handling something that's really well made. But that grip just does something for me. The texture is so wildly satisfying to feel in your hand and is genuinely grippy. When you pull the knife out of your pocket, you immediately see the benefit of the clip. The knife sort of rolls right out into your hand, hanging onto your pants just enough with the rounded ball preventing it from snagging. It's really nice. Perfection. This knife's action feels very, very good. I really like that carbon fiber button. Also, this thing sounds really chunky when you fire it. It just feels right. 1.8 ounces is astoundingly light, and I would imagine that you would damn near forget that you have this thing riding in your pocket. It also wouldn't hurt that it's really, really slim. If you're into small knives or finding the lightest EDC knife, yeah, this is one to consider. Oh, and this knife came from the factory very, very sharp, extremely sharp. This might be one of the best factory edges that I've ever seen. But there is a proverbial elephant in the room. How does this knife compare to a Microtech? So why should we compare it to a Microtech? Well, this knife has a few features that kind of point us in that direction. So why should we compare it to a Microtech? Well, this knife has a few features that kind of point us in that direction. The button location, the proprietary switch machining, the 3 blade shapes, the use of high-end materials with insanely sophisticated machining. The size of the small twist tie is between the UTX 70 and the UTX 85. Here's an 85 for comparison. The Microtech is chunkier, much chunkier. I hope you can see. I'm kind of just waving them around all over the place. The Microtech switch, it's smoother to use. The Microtech's action it feels a little bit more slick. And the Microtech fires with more authority. I'm a diehard Microtech fan and nothing's going to pull me away from them anytime in the foreseeable future. But I unexpectedly came to love and appreciate the Twist Tie. Not for its similarities to the Microtech, but for its differences. Though it isn't as smooth or refined and the tolerances aren't as close, the Twist Tie has a personality all its own. If Microtechs are monuments to technical perfection and accuracy, the Twist Ties are their organic counterparts. The action might not be as smooth, but I haven't wanted to put the knife down. It's a fantastic OTF. So let's compare it to a few other Microtechs. Let's get that blade back out. Here we have it with the 85. Let's take a look at it compared to an Ultratech. So the Ultratech is a lot bigger. What about a double-edged Ultratech? Let's see. What about a Cypher? Wow. The Cypher really, really dwarfs the Twist Tie, doesn't it? What about a Halo? Yeah. Wow. The Halo is so massive. And let's put the SOCOM in there too. Also dwarfs it. What about the new Dirac Delta, I should say. The new Dirac Delta. This is probably pretty close in size to a regular Dirac. Yeah. Also, my Dirac is starting to get a little bit smoother. Final thoughts. This is the only non-Microtech OTF that I've ever really loved. I've enjoyed many, but ultimately they just weren't good enough. But the Twist Tie, it doesn't attempt to be a Microtech. Not really, not when you look closely. It has a feel and personality all its own, and it exists alongside the Microtechs rather than attempting to steal you away. I would happily own and carry one of these, especially the larger version. Would it replace any of my Microtechs? No. I still prefer Microtechs to anything else on the market, but I'd definitely throw one of these into the carry rotation. And I haven't said that about a knife in, I don't know, probably 2 years. This knife shows an attention to detail and a commitment to sheer coolness that I find laudable, and more importantly, this knife has a look and feel that is truly unique. Ultimately, we buy OTF knives because they're cool, and the small Twist Tie is very, very cool. I owe many thanks to Mike at Southern Edges for letting me borrow this beautiful knife. Southern Edges is the greatest knife store in the world, especially if you're an OTF fan. No one has a more interesting selection of Microtechs, Heretics, and of course, Brian Tighe. And it doesn't hurt that Southern Edges has the best customer service on planet Earth. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Good night.